Hello, everyone. Cardinal signs, get in here. We are coming in hot. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. It's our turn to flip a table. This is your October 2023 new moon solar eclipse reading, and we are doing it big. We're going to talk briefly about the eclipse. So, solar eclipses, they're very powerful. When the moon occults the sun, it could make for some deep, illuminating, surprising, maybe even controversial emotional revelations. The sun is a spotlight, and when the reflective moon steps in front of it, hidden feelings, secrets, uncharted waters, and dormant opinions may be highlighted. The phrase, "tell me how you really feel," comes to mind. Occurring in the 10th house in Libra, this may manifest in how we feel about work relationships or deeply considering if our relationships are worth the work. Is what we're doing now contributing in any way to a more abundant future? Will this bring me long term sustainable happiness? How do I feel about where I am, who I'm with, the quality of my work? Am I fulfilled? The 10th house is our reputation, legacy, and social standing. We may be surprised at ourselves by how we truly feel about our current position in life. The eclipse may illuminate hidden dreams, goals, plans, and opportunities that before we might not have seen or been aware of or ignored because the timing maybe just wasn't right. This eclipse is the alarm clock. It's a reset moment. The clock has chimed and the time is now. So let's talk about it just briefly. The new moon eclipse in Libra on Saturday. Uh, I have the timing and everything, but so I timed it from Central Standard Time, from my time. But I lined it up with when totality happened in Odessa, Texas. And the reason I chose Odessa is because they had the most perfect totality. So I kind of like timed it from there because that was like the central from the maps that I saw of the everybody that could see the eclipse. Odessa had the most perfect totality, so I kind of timed it with what was happening then, but like an hour adjusted for Central Time. Sorry about that whole explanation. It began at 12:41 Central Time when the moon moved into the same degree as the sun. These are just mine. This is just the way I kind of did the math for myself. So if it resonates with you, that's good. Um, Totality happened at 12:55 p.m. Central with the Ring of Fire when the moon occupied the same degree and minute, 21 degrees 7 minutes as in the sun. And it ended at 1:37 p.m. when the moon moved into 22 degrees Libra. The interesting thing that I don't know that I noticed in any other eclipses was that at the moment of totality at 12:55, the ascendant entered 0 degrees Capricorn. So that's why it's like the gear shifted and it activated all the cardinal signs in the crossways, right? And the descendant then entered into Cancer. At the same time, this is what was happening in the other signs. We had the South Node, Chiron, and Imumcheli, which is like directly below us in the sky, directly below that point, all in Aries. While the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, and Midiacheli, which is midheaven, was in Libra. That's directly across from each other. That was a hard opposition. This is why astrologers are saying that the cardinal signs are coming online right now, being poked and awakened and enlivened. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So I won't make this reading just about the astrology of the eclipse. I actually may consider starting another channel to do all the astrology, but we're not going to like go into too much for this reading. We're just going to get a feel for what's opening up. Today we'll just explore the most prominent energies activated in the collective presently and how that may develop in the coming weeks, leading up to the lunar eclipse on October 28th in Taurus. Now remember, eclipses always come in pairs, solar first, then the moon. Since the solar eclipse came with the new moon or the dark moon, the lunar eclipse will be a full moon in Taurus. That one might gonna bring up some hard aspects, but we'll see the moon, Jupiter, and Uranus in Taurus at opposition with the Sun, Mercury, and Mars in Scorpio. That also ignites the mutable signs. So we'll for sure look at that closer the closer we get to the event. But until then, hello everyone. Thanks for finding my channel, Arcadier Collective. I try to read the energies that are prominent in the collective and tell the story that the cards want to tell. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so if one sounds like it's for you, but then like the next message doesn't, then leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. I intend for my readings to be timeless, so whenever you find them is when they're meant to. Except this one, because this one's for the eclipse. For the next couple weeks. So, when I tried to do this before, I had been hindered at least 3 or 4 times trying to sit down and do this reading. And I was just told every time the timing's not right. And that really plays into the eclipse because it's saying that like the timing of things is coming online. Well, for me, there was just a couple hiccups. Like today, you see my cards are already laid out a little bit, is because I started this twice. And I lost, one of them just got messed up from noise, and the other one I just lost because I pressed a wrong button. So this is attempt number 3. I had, in my intro the last time, indicated that I started with my DIY deck. And that is the one I have just like random questions written on it in case somebody says, well, I really don't know what to ask. So whatever comes out. So when I pre-shuffled these and cut them, the questions that landed were really, really good. So I just left them. I left them aside so we could address them. So I want to get to them because this was really exciting. The first card that we had was who or what or who can be trusted in my energy. Okay? Second one, what can be changed? We've got what do you need to harness? What is threatening my foundation? And lingering energy from the past still affecting the situation. I really couldn't have asked for better questions for this eclipse cycle than these. So then we started with the Faerie deck, the Brian Froud Faerie Oracle deck, and we dealt out the first card for what or who can be trusted in my energy. And the first card that dropped was Mother God. Mother God's in the house, and she is giving her energy. And that blew me away. That blew me away because it was the first card I dropped for a spread on a recording in what? How long have I been gone? A year? I mean, that was incredible for me. Card number 1. Bam. Number 5, sorry. I don't know if I can, let me try this, fix the brightness a little bit. I hope that's not too washed out. So, this signifies, comfort and nurturing, the receptacle of growth, pregnancy, and recovering. So this is, yeah, I often forget that side of her. This card to me resembles a dragon. And when I think of Mother God in her dragon energy, I think of her very powerful and protective. But I also forget that it is the absolute expression of the receptiveness of feminine energy. I'm not saying women. I'm not saying female. I'm saying the feminine energy. Remember, gender ain't shit in tarot, okay? Gender's nothing but boobs and wieners in this 3D reality. But when we're dealing with 5, 10, 89th dimensional mother god energy, don't get ruffled about gender pronouns, okay? Because a masculine person, a man, a masculine, feminine, whatever, they can still be awash in receptive feminine energy. And the reason is because our main goal as souls is to balance the two within ourselves. So even if I'm so sick of people downing men that they are becoming more sensitive, or downing women that they're becoming more ambitious. We have to balance those things within ourselves. The dichotomy just isn't sustainable. So when Mother God comes through, we are blessed. And I say she, but the receptive, nurturing, protective energy is in us all. And that's what is in our energy that we can trust. The second card, what can be changed? We got the Spirit Dancer. And that is explore, experiment, express, and share. I get the feeling that a lot in the collective, this is just the cardinal signs, remember. This is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. We're just going to concentrate on the cardinal signs for this eclipse cycle. So what can be changed? Cardinal signs. We have to explore and experiment more. And we will clarify this, but I do have a feeling it's just standing up for ourselves, standing up for what we want, standing up for what we believe, standing up for change we want made. Experiment, explore, and share that, This might, because it is collective energy, and with the politics and going on right now in the social climate, that stuff might bleed through. I will try to do it delicately, if at all, because I don't want to get political. But I'm passionate about it. I know that a lot of people in the collective are passionate about it. The cardinal signs have a lot to say and a lot to initiate, so that might come up. I do have a feeling that this is explore and experiment with things in society that can be changed. And not just on a large scale. We got to do it personally too. That change starts within. What have we wanted to explore that before we denied ourselves? What did we want to know? What did we want to try? What did we want to experience? Did we want a different job? Do we want a different house? Do we want a different life? We can't make those changes unless we really make the decision to do it. But this is telling us that we should do it. I want to say joyfully, but it's there's always some fear involved in jumping, because like she's jumping. I mean, it is the dancer, and she's usually, when you dance joyously. But look at her, it's like, all right, I'm gonna jump. I can't see where I'm going, but I have faith in my decision and myself, and I'm going for it. And she like yeets herself. Look at her. I think that's what needs to be changed. We need the courage to actually yeet ourselves. So this asks, what do we need to harness? And we pulled the Master Maker, which is the Magician. So what we need to harness is magician energy, and that is knowing that we have all the tools that we need to manifest what we want. We always have the tools to manifest what we want. we don't always make the right choices to do so. And I think that's what the Master Maker is trying to tell us here. What we need to harness is that's fire energy. Magician is fire energy. We need to harness the idea that we have all we need in order to make any changes we want. Now, it might start slowly. Like, you might say, well, I want to live in a big house, but I, work in a minimum wage job. We have what we need to make that step. And there might be 100 steps in between 725 and owning a $250,000 house. But we have everything we need to make that first step. It's like in school. When you learn first grade, you have everything you need to move to second grade. And the goal is graduation and adulthood, right? But it takes all that time. But you have everything you need to make the first step. And in the first step, whatever you experience in that next phase, you will learn everything you need to make the second step. We just have to make the decision to make that step. And the scary part is that once we decide to go on that path, we might have to let things go. Things that are going to hinder that growth, People, jobs, anything. We got to decide what that is in our own lives and figure out if it's. Remember what I said? How it's activating in our lives. Am I happy here? Is this going to sustain me? Is this going to grow so that my future is better than today? What in our lives is promoting a good future and hindering us into staying pigeonholed where we are? That's what the Master Makers, that's what you need to harness. Everything you have around you, in you, for you, with you, things made by you, gather it. That's what a harness is. You wrap a rein around it in order to control it. So we got to look at our situations, our surroundings, our circumstances, and what can we pull in that will help us make those changes. This is the part where I messed up in the last time I tried to record this. What is threatening my foundation? This asshole dropped out. The bodacious bodak. Do you see what it says on the bottom? The meddler. That's what's threatening our foundations. There's meddlers. It can be co-workers. It can be family. It can be friends. It can be anything. The way that the meddler was described to me once was it was back when I was reading for Twin Flames, and the Divine Masculine had said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna drive over to her house, and I'm gonna tell her how I feel." And he got in the car, and it wouldn't start. So he asked his friend to look at the car, and his friend was like, "Yeah, that's like a 2-hour job. I can fix that." And then he gets the parts, and the friend comes over and starts working on the car, takes it all apart, and finds out he can't fix it. He just made it worse. And now the masculine was hindered from going forward and doing what he wanted to do. This is that kind of person or situation or circumstance. It's something where it's like, oh, you want to make that change? I can help. But they can't. They can't help. They want to help, but they're going to mess it up. And I think this is kind of like telling us, look, well, I already told you with the Master Maker that you have everything you need to make these changes. You might feel like you want to ask for help, but you don't need it. Because even if you do ask, there's no guarantee that that person's energy is going to be conducive to what you want to do. They might have good intentions, they might be encouraging, they might be excited for you, but they might not have what could be useful for you to make those changes. Basically telling you just make moves, not announcements, because you don't want somebody to meddle in that. Look at him, just looking for something to pounce on, just looking for a day to wreck, just looking for a way to trip you up. That's what's in our foundation that's threatening this. A meddler. So the last one we've got is, what is some lingering energy from the past that's still affecting the situation? Fairies. What's lingering from, this could be positive or negative, still affecting. It could be money that we got 6 months ago that we still have a little bit left over, so maybe we can put that towards a new endeavor. But yeah, it could be negative too. It could be something like you quit a job 2 months ago and they're still bugging you for the keys or passwords or whatever. What is lingering from the past still affecting the situation? Fairies, you have something for us from what's lingering from the past. We've got the journeyman, the fool, or fool energy. We've got untested concepts, but willing to learn, independence, travel, honing skills, improving what was learned, implementing what was learned. Okay, that's great. That's really good energy. Lingering energy from the past is the actual desire to be independent. It's like, yeah, I'm going for it. That's my energy. So I love this card because just like the Fool card, he's got the little stick with the thing. In the Fool card, I think it's like a handkerchief or a bag on a stick, and he's stepping off the cliff. So this to me represents that this is us thinking about what we want, this person down here. And this is the ambition to go do it, and it's jumping off of that head. I can't, it's so hard to describe these fairy symbols. And instead of the bag that the Fool carries, this one is like a little bubble. And to me, bubbles always mean like thoughts, ideas, concepts, learning. So he's got this stick and this thought bubble, and so he's at his jumping off point, ready to do it. That's what's lingering from the past. You've already thought all this through. You've already thought all this through. Some of you have already done the research. Some of you have traveled to explore where you want to be. Now you just got to implement what you learned. And you know that. That's why it's from the past. And it's still affecting you. This desire to jump off is still affecting you. It's still lingering there. Like, man, I spent 2 years studying in France. I know French. I'm not saying me. I'm saying this is like someone in the collective thinking to themselves, I spent 2 years studying in France. I know French. I love the people. I love it there. Why am I not there? You had that desire to do it. You have all the concepts and everything you need. The Master Maker has all the tools that you need. This is saying you've done your research. And that lingering, we could live in France. That's in your head. That's what's lingering. So we're going to continue with the Gilded. And we're going to get some clarification. Okay, what or who can be trusted in my energy? Mother God dropped. Hello, Mother God. Please. Oh, I wasn't ready. I'm not taking that. Elaborate and clarify, Mother God, in our energy like we need it. What is she helping us with? This might actually drop what area of life that she's going to help us in. Let's see how this drops. Please elaborate and clarify on Mother God. These feel a little sticky. Not like sticky like candies on them, but okay. The Seven of Pentacles, see? Hang on, let me listen. I don't know why, but I heard whistle while you work. And I heard have a little faith in me, the song. I heard be still and know that I am God. That was always one of my favorite. That was always one of my favorite affirmations. Like, I'm not religious, I'm not Christian. I'm a dirty pagan. And I'm a witch. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, dream interpreter, whatever. But I always love, because to me I switch out God for the word source or whatever. Be still and know that I am God. And we have Mother God's energy here on the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like, I just heard let her cook. But see, I wonder if temperance is going to show up, because that's what I hear when I see temperance. And the one that's pouring, the angel that's pouring the glasses back and forth. To me, that's like alchemy. And it takes time to get it all right. So I always hear, let him cook. So Mother God is blessing our investments, I heard. Because the Seven of Pentacles to me always means investments, because you put into it, you put work into it, money, time, ambition, whatever you put into it, and you hope it grows. So, but it takes time. The pentacles are always very slow moving, because this is the only energy that's actually in 3D. Thoughts, ambition, and feelings, the wands, swords, and cups, that's all very ephemeral. That's in our heads, in our hearts. But the pentacles is the only thing that's actually tangible. You can hold it, you can spend it, you can use it, you can save it. It's actually in the 3D world with us. That takes time. It takes time to pull that energy from the 5D into the 3D. But here, the blessings of, the Mother Goddess are in that energy. So whatever you have invested in good faith. Wait, elaborate on that. Hang on. I can see what they're trying to explain to me, but I'm asking for words. She says, I'm in the good seeds. Okay? I'm in the good seeds. And that doesn't mean seeds that look pretty. That means I'm in the seeds that are for good. So investments in... See, this is feeling like it's getting political again. Oh. But I can't say that, though. Collective. I am in the good seeds, she says. Things will grow. Things will be good. See? I'm trying to think, and I heard a Domino's commercial on my phone. Hang on. Maybe someone wants to get pizza. Get that pizza. The message I'm getting is simple, but I'm being told that it is huge. It's huge, it's deep, it's powerful. I am in the good seeds. That's all I can say. That's all she'll tell me. So we're going to move on to the spirit dancer on what can be changed. So how can we do this then with the spirit dancer? Please, I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. Am I asking the wrong question? Hang on. I asked what can be changed, and I heard just jump already. So, clarify and elaborate. Just jump already. Death. This ends now. That's what I always hear when I see death. So I know death is very scary, but let's explore it. This is Scorpio energy. Transformer. Okay. Oh, okay. Um, that's kind of bitchy, but I mean, it's the truth. What can be changed? This is ultimate change. This is the ultimate transformer, death. And I think that's saying what can be changed? We have to change ourselves. We have to change ourselves. She wants to jump, but it's a very tentative kind of, I don't know if I can. I don't know where I'm going. What if I trip? But there's still that desire to, and this is like saying fucking just do it. Just, what's the word? Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Just do it. You have everything you need. You're freaking blessed by Mother God in the good seeds. Alright, cut the cord already. Just do it. Okay? Put death to everything that prevents you from jumping into that dance. Every shackle, every cord, every burden, and just whoop, yeet. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary because we're going to be like, I see like a parachuter, a parasailer. Not the ones that jump from the plane, but the ones that jump like in the mountains, like shee in the mountains. But I've seen some that jump off of mountains that have clouds underneath them, and you don't know where you're landing when you jump into clouds and just free fall. You kind of know where the landing zone is. You know that the area that you're landing in is going to be safe. There's people waiting for you. You know that solid ground is down there. But when you jump and you're falling through the clouds and you can't see anything, you can't see your parachute, you can't see the ground. It's just you and your thoughts falling. That's what I see. She can't see where she's going to land, but we're being encouraged that it has to happen and that it's going to be safe because we have everything we need to make that change. So, yeah, death to the old cycles. Now on the Master Maker, please. What are we manifesting? What do we need to harness in order to manifest? What do we need to harness in order to manifest, please? I'll take that one. It's kind of lazy, but friendships from the past. I don't want this to be romantic and lovey. I'm bitter. I don't want, ew. 6 of Cups. Yes, I still have issues with the 6 of Cups. There might be a connection from the past that comes in that's cooperative in this endeavor. This could be somebody that, okay, so I'm being told that this is what's underneath the clouds. This is what is waiting on the ground. Once you decide to yeet and you fall through the clouds and you're like, what am I going to land on? Part of it is going to be somebody who, from the past, who actually saw you jump. And when you get to the ground, they're like, that was amazing. I haven't seen you in so long. Are you doing this now? You're down here now? That's great. I'm down here. I've been doing this for a while. Why don't we collaborate? And it ends up helping you both. And that's something that maybe the master maker is telling you, because this is the magician. Maybe he's telling you there are already friends around you that can help. Friends from the past. I know. So, okay, what they just showed me was what's the meme about you get a friend request from someone you haven't seen since high school, and it's because they're trying to promote their like new makeup line or whatever, their from home business, the MLMs, multi-level marketing pyramid schemes. Not that, I heard specifically. They showed me that and said, not that. Red circle with the slash. Not that. But the same kind of idea. Like somebody that you know is saying, hey, I noticed on your Facebook that you are starting a new job. Well, I used to work there, so I can tell you like who to talk to, who's going to be advantageous, stuff like the little nuggets of here you go, here you go, here you go to like help you on your way. And didn't we talk about that before when I was like, there's if you want to eventually own a really expensive house, but you're just starting out minimum wage, there's a step up you can take where at the next level you'll gain another little nugget of something that will help you to the next level. And that's kind of this feeling here is like once you make that decision, the universe, Mother God especially, I am in the good seeds, she says, is going to align other people on your path that will help you make the next step. And for this particular position, I feel like you know this person already. Or you may have known them in the past. Like, we have friends from the past that we know, but we haven't known the whole time, you know? I think that's how this is going to play out. I think there's somebody that you know from your past that you were friendly with that kind of has been going along the same trajectory that you have, but you just don't know it because y'all have been removed from each other for so long. So somewhere along the line, once you decide to yeet and actually do whatever you want to do to make those changes, and you put to death the old cycle, that's how you realign towards your goal. And in that path, I think, is going to be someone that's going to help you that you might already know. All right, let's actually figure out who is this meddler in the foundation. I mean, you know what I saw when I picked it up and I looked who's the meddler in the foundation? I saw like a toddler. Like you're getting ready to go to an important job interview and your toddler wants to help you, so they pass you like a cup of juice and they spill it and it gets in your purse and you're delayed. That's the meddler's not always like malicious, it's just inconvenient. So let's see who this is. What is this inconvenience? What is this? I heard you can't go yet. Who is this meddler, please? What is the meddler? I feel like, Seven of Swords. Okay, let me think about that. Self-preservation. The Seven of Swords, to a lot of readers, is a negative card because it's somebody stealing and getting the fuck out of Dodge. Oh, I'm sorry, I swear. I swear, I stutter, I sing. I'm a hot mess. So if you can jive with a hot mess, stick around. To me, though, the Seven of Swords is okay. So it comes after the Six of Swords, and I always like to read the cards as in a progression. So in the Six of Swords, we are leaving a situation to try to find a better one, but the boat is packed with all that old baggage that we're bringing with us, all those old doubts, because their swords are thoughts. So it's old doubts, old belief systems, old fears, old information. That's what we're bringing with us, okay? And we've got to change. We've got to change what we let in the boat. But the Seven of Swords is now that we're there on the other side. See, he dropped two swords and is going off with the five, okay? So if this is the collective proper, like the watcher, the viewer, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Seven of Swords is someone carrying five swords away from, and he's looking behind him, and what he's looking at in the distance is a circus. Now everybody faults him for stealing and running, but to me, I feel like it's the universe telling you that is not your circus anymore. Not your monkeys, not your circus, not your problem. Take what you brought with you and preserve yourself and get out. Okay? I think the meddler is somebody preventing that. Something that prevents you from taking the resources that you worked so hard to bring with you and protecting them. So it could be, hang on, let me listen. You can't use that savings for your business because I wanted to take a trip. This is like a partner. Or I wanted a new phone, or the kids need, it's stuff that's not necessities, but somebody wants something and they want to use your resources to get it. And you're like, but I saved for 6 months for this. I want to put it towards something that I really believe in. And they're like, well, like with the car example, well, the car needs work. That's the meddling. The car needs work. So you're trying to be like, put my resources. And you drop two and you're like hightailing it out. That's for somebody. But there's another message coming through. Let me listen. Oh, that's right. The other one was somebody else taking it. Do you see the look on his face? It's like he's sneaking away, right? So this could be, I heard a narcissist. I heard, did you really think you could use my money to do what you want? I don't like this energy. But it fits it with who a meddler could be. I have to read the card both ways if there's a negative connotation to it and the positive. I think there's somebody who I'm going to take this much and you can have this much. But look at what he left behind for you. 2 swords. And he's taking off with 5. He's like, oh, you wanted all 7 swords? Nah, I'm taking these 5 and you can do whatever you want with those 2. That's what I feel like. So this is the monkey in the wrench. This is the meddler. You have everything you need, but somebody feels like they're, oh, no, I'm going to borrow this. And you're left with those 2 damn swords. And what is the 2 of swords? Indecision. Not seen. Can't make a decision. Can't move forward. Stuck still. Blindfolded. 2 swords in front of you. And he's making off with 5, and that's okay because 5 swords is conflict. So he ain't going to get nothing out of that. He can take it because it's going to bring him nothing but fighting. Okay? Let's go to the next one. The journeyman, the fool, on top of lingering energy from the past. Yeah, you're still in that mindset that you want to jump. You want this change. Cardinal signs, we are activated. You know? Let's do this. I heard burning down the house. Don't burn down the house. Metaphorically burn down the house if you want to. Journeyman, please elaborate and clarify the journeyman on the energies from the past. I feel like this energy is somebody who's like, remember I contacted you about 6 months ago about a job opportunity? It's still available if you want it. And we've got, I'm not taking 2. You want this one? I'll take it. 6 of wands. 6 of wands. Victory. Oh, wait. Something came through about victory. Am I going to remember it or not? This is after the 5 of wands. What was the 5 of wands? Conflict? Okay, so victory after conflict. Am I remembering that right? Yeah. Let me listen. Victory on top of the journeyman. Oh, I heard for some of you, you've already had a good victory that you can take with you. Oh, it's the victory is actually the decision to do it, they said. So if you look at it this way, so the fool is stepping off, and what's he stepping off to? He's stepping into victory. See that? So, yeah, no fear. Don't even be afraid of this meddler. Okay? Yeah, don't even be afraid of that meddler. You know why? Because those 5 swords that he's stealing, that's not going to give him anything. But these 2 swords that's left behind, you're going to plant those, just like the pentacles over here that Mother God says, I'm in the good seeds. Oh, baby. Cardinal signs. Plant those seeds. Because you're moving into victory. And you're using the energy from the past that you're affecting the situation is, look at that, knowledge and victory. Go for it. So we're going to go on to the last deck, and since I had to set aside the Tarot of the Divine is on the injured list, the IR list right now, we are coming in with Oda-Mae. Yes, Oda-Mae. Oh, honey, I'm not even ready to ask a question yet. King of Swords came out. I heard, bitch, you're gonna listen. No, stop it. Knight of Pentacles. It's slow ass night. Alright, let's just wake up a little. What's this? Ace of Wands makes an appearance. Let's wake this up. Oda-Mae. Mother God's on the board with the 7 of Pentacles. I am in the good seeds. Can you elaborate Or clarify that? Death popped again, but it came out with another one, so I'm putting it back. Clarify, please, what's the good seeds? Clarify what Mother God is got her hands in, please. What are the seeds that she is blessed? Don't be like that. There we go. Oh! 10 of Swords. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Calma. Okay? Calma. We're going to get into it. Let me listen. I heard fear no evil. That's what I first heard, and then it showed me the monkeys hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. But the first thing I heard was fear no evil. This the end of suffering. The 10 of Swords is the end. I mean, it looks bad. He's dead. The swords are, swaying in the breeze. This is actually throwing me for a loop a little bit, but I'm here to figure it out. So let me listen. I'm sorry about the pausing. I'm not as polished a reader as some of the other readers. And I'm rusty, so I'm trying to listen. Oh, I heard what I have for you. What I have for you will end the suffering. That's what I heard. What I have for you will end these 10 of Swords. Not what you're planning will end in 10 of Swords. No. I heard what I have planned for you will bring about this ending of pain and suffering and hardship and doubt, anxiety, all that shit. That's coming to an end with this blessings. I am in the good seeds. And that's bringing about the end to this really tough cycle. It has been, like the last 5 years? Complete, you know what? This timeline has been garbage. So Mother God, I remember last year, before I had to stop for the illness, last year, Mother God was coming out saying, take your hands off of the men. They're dragging their feet, and I'm stepping in. And I'm just amazed that she's still in the mix. And this time she's helping grow more abundance for us. So I heard, what I have in store for you will end the tough cycle. So 10 swords, I'm going to say this is the last 10 years. Not 10 months, 10 years. The last 10-year cycle. Everything that brought us to a place of despair, doubt, worry, it's ending. It's ending, and we have the go-ahead to make something better for ourselves, regardless of who wants to hold us back or what circumstance. I always say who, but I mean, it could be a circumstance, it could be a situation, it could be anything. Oh wait, Oda, please clarify and elaborate on death on the spirit dancer. This has the same feeling. A cycle ending. But like a good outcome if we take it. If we take it, that's the thing. We can't just let it come and go by and go, oh, why didn't that stop for me? Because you didn't have your hand out that you wanted it. Take it. Please clarify and elaborate on death. Whoa. Well, I got two. I'll take them. Hangman and Temperance. Okay, one I can understand. Let me see. Death to what? We got the Hangman and Temperance. Remember when I was talking about the magician? And I was saying that it's kind of like Temperance because he's doing alchemy and Temperance fell out. Let him cook. That's what I always hear. Let him cook. And then the Hangman is self-imposed, like, retreat. Self-imposed retreat, where the hermit retreats on top of a mountain so that he can get a bigger perspective of things below, right? The Hanged Man is retreating for inner perspective. You're getting your head together. You're deciding how you feel about it. Silently. Keeping things to yourself. It's not quite High Priestess energy because High Priestess already knows the knowledge. She's just not saying it. Hangman is deciding that knowledge for himself, making plan, looking at the details, but it's personal, inner details, and Temperance is the mixing of the energies. Okay, so this ending of this cycle is going to actually cause a lot of people to say, oh, pump the brakes, hold up, wait a minute, I got to put some thought in it. So there might be some time where you're going to pull back and take stock of how you feel about it. What was the questions I had earlier? Is this sustainable? Is this going to make me happy long term? Am I happy with my position? Can I do better? Those things. These are all those questions that I had written out in the beginning. Those are all the questions that people are considering while they're in hangman mode. Okay? And then the let it cook idea. This is Temperance. Temperance, I think, is Sagittarius energy. Fire energy again. It's the angel Gabriel, I believe. No, who's the healer? Raphael? I think Raphael is the healing angel. This has a feeling of things working in the background. Like even if you are pulling back and taking a break, just the energy that you put out there that you want to start this change, like you are devoted. You have made the decision to look at what you can change. I feel like once that triggers, once that clicks, Temperance starts working in the background. And part of me feels like part of what they're working on is bringing in alignment of this Six of Cups from the past. Yeah, remember I said once you make the decision to change the path, then the new things will fall in line for your future. This is that. This is him. This is the angel mixing that formula. I know the way I'm describing it sounds really weird. I'm trying to describe images that I see because they're not giving me a lot of words. Um, Besides, like, yeah, let it cook. It's okay that you're going within because the the pot is coming to boil. They just showed me when I'm cooking and I set the pot and then it's like, okay, it's gonna be like 30 minutes for the rice to cook, so I'm gonna go have a cigarette. That's what it's showing me. Go ahead and take your break because it's cooking. It's blubbering, simmering. So Oda-Mae, please clarify and elaborate this Six of Cups that's gonna help us on our way, please. Who is this person from the past? People, circumstance, opportunity. What is this from the past that's coming in on our path? Well, that's sloppy. What is coming from the past to help us on our path to the future? Please be a good card. Please be a good card. Please be a good card. The Knight of Cups. That's a good card. Somebody who cared about you in the past. Well, that's nice. I wouldn't want somebody who's like. I remember I was in Girl Scouts when I was little, right? And I got into a fight because one of the other Girl Scouts stole my paints. And it was my turn to paint the box. And she stole my paint. So that's not what this is. That's not somebody from the past who was shitty to you. This is somebody who had real regard for you. They could have been a romantic interest that maybe is going to come around again. Is this a distraction? Is this the meddler? I have to read it both ways, you guys. There might be somebody coming in from the past that's going to frickin' meddle in your business. Okay? Keep that in mind. That's always a possibility. We're going to still read it positively and, but keep that in mind. I heard, "Oh, baby, remember when we had it? Remember when we were together before, and it was so nice." And meanwhile, this is what he's got planned. Haha, I'm gonna just take off with your shit. I have to read it that way. Just that could be a possibility for the collective. There are people out there that once they see you make it good, they want a piece. I'm not. I'm not piecing this together very. I still see victory. I still see victory. I don't know if this is victory in spite of the distraction, or if this new layer coming in is going to help bring the victory. You know what I mean? This Knight of Cups is sweet. This is well, uh, hang on, Scorpio energy. Jesus, see how rusty I am? I give the page to the younger sign, which is Cancer, the knight to the middle child, which is Scorpio. So Scorpio energy. Hang on, let me listen. Oh, okay. Oh. I heard that this actually could manifest as something from your childhood that you loved, that you were good at, that might be able to come back around as an opportunity for like a job. Not just a job, I heard. Well, then give me a word. Oh, let me turn this down real quick. Sorry. I heard it's something from the past that you loved but had to put aside. And it could also be a love. This is a love from the past that you had to put aside. But when you realign your path, it's going to bring you back into alignment with that possibility again. And when you meet, it's going to be, see, he's not prancing, he's not galloping, he's just going about his way. And then all of a sudden, there he is. And it's like, I remember you. What did you say before? I, I, I never forgot about you. It's like the Knight of Wands carries that wand, saying like I've carried a torch for you, but this one is like I've carried this cup for you this whole time, and now that it's coming back around, it's like, hey, I didn't know you were going this way too. Nice to see you again. On That's on top of what needs to be harnessed, and I'm not gonna go there because I gotta keep this teenager friendly. So I'm not gonna talk about the implications of having to harness a lover from the past. You Susias are just gonna have to use your imagination. Let's move on. Now, we've got this seven of frickin' swords on top of the meddler. And like I said, I'm mad because this card is a positive card for me, but on top of the meddler, this is a hot mess. Okay? Thief in the night, indeed. I feel like this is money, even though this is swords, and this is not pentacles, so I don't know if this is like stealing assets or resources, but I just feel like this is, oh, you thought kind of energy, you know? I wonder if they're threatened because this person from the past is coming in to help. Okay, Oda-Mae, please elaborate on this sneak, the seven of swords on top of the meddler. That's too many, thank goodness. Okay. Seven of swords on the meddler, please. Clarify and elaborate. Ace of swords. That's interesting. Ha! I heard. Oh, there's two? I'll take it. Ace of swords and 10 of cups. And since the Ace of Swords, I saw that one first. What was the message I heard? No, not the first one. I heard take it. Take it. This is the sword of truth. And I feel like this is a very empowering energy because this person's trying to hinder, block, hurt you in some way, not physically, but like just like stab at the back, a backstabber, you know? But I feel like with this Ace of Swords, you're using the truth to just cut them out completely. Like they think they're hurting you by taking these. Should I turn these off? I mean, that's okay, right? They think they're hurting you by taking these five swords and leaving you with these two of indecision. But once you've got that sword of truth, you're like, fucking take it. Go on. I don't need it. I've got opportunity. I've got all the resources I need. I've got the blessings of heaven above. I've got assured victory ahead of me if I just frickin' leave you behind and jump. Take it. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That the truth is, I will let you go if you try to hinder this. And that's one of the things that the cardinal signs have to really tap into. The idea that Ten of Swords, something's going to have to go. Something's got to get cut away. Something's got to end. Relationships, jobs, thoughts, frame of mind, something that's hindering you from moving has to be cut away. And that's what the Ace of Swords means. So when I moved it and I saw if you do that, that brings the Ten of Cups. You know, and it could have been the Ten of Pentacles for all intents and purposes. But because this is the Cups, I have a feeling that along with whatever prosperity comes from these changes you're making, like I said, it's going to realign you with a real good love, a love that'll match you. It can't match you now because you haven't made that change yet. But once you change your vibration to go on to the new path, then it will match you. And that love will find you. And that's the Ten of Cups. See what's at the end? You got victory. You've got love. On top of this person who was like, oh, I'm going to trip you up when for every chance I get. And, oh, you think you have the extra money to do it? No, you don't, because I'm taking it. Fine. Take it. Piss off, because as soon as I make that decision to change, I'm getting the Ten of Cups, not you. You're getting 5 swords, and may they be on fire. So let's see. Oda-Mae, our last one. Please clarify and elaborate on this beautiful victory once we make this jump. Cardinal signs, listen up. Once we make the jump and are assured this victory, please elaborate and clarify. What do we need to get there? What's it going to look like when we get there? Two. I will take them. Woo-hoo. Thank you, Oda-Mae. On the bottom is the moon. And we will address that in a second. 6 of Wands is clarified by the 3 of Wands and the Sun. Let me think. They tried to give me a song and I lost it. Let me think. Waiting. What's that John Mayer song? Waiting on the world to change. That's what I heard. Waiting on the world to change. I heard just be patient. It's coming. Look it. I'm watching for it. I'm waiting. To me, the 3 of Wands is so like the 2 of Wands to me is you're scrolling Amazon and you're putting things in the cart, right? But the 2 of Wands is you picking your order. The 3 of Wands is waiting for delivery, where you're sitting waiting, staring out the window, watching for the mailman, watching for UPS. That's the 3 of Wands for me, waiting for that ship to come in. And the Sun. And this is on top of lingering energy from the past still affecting the situation. Look, man, all I'm saying is cut this dude off. Cut this dead weight. This meddler, cut that dead weight. You've got the sword. Cut him off. And look, as soon as you cut him off, 10, 10 of cups, the sun, 6 of wands. You're hemming and hawing about, well, not hemming and hawing. You're waiting for it. You're waiting. Once you get that ball rolling, that's what you're waiting for. But you're not going to wait that long. It's like the example I gave before about the rice. The rice takes about 30 minutes to cook. So you set the pot and you go to have a cigarette break and stare out the window while it's cooking, while temperance is cooking. And then what happens? Bing! 30 minutes later, la, the sun. Everything you wanted. It's perfect. The rice is fluffy. Everything's cooked perfectly. It smells wonderful. The pegao is amazing. See? Happiness. For those that don't know, pegao is the crunchy rice on the bottom. And for Hispanics, that's the prize. And there's fist fights over that in some Hispanic houses. I don't know how many times cousins have fought and siblings have fought over that beautiful crunchy rice at the bottom. I must be hungry. But it's like a prize. Your prize is right there. Look at on a goat. What is that? A horse? A goat? It's a unicorn? It's something. It's a unicorn. No, it's not. Any glasses? It looks like a unicorn. It's a naked baby on a horse with sunflowers in the sun. It's gorgeous. It's everything you want. But you got to fucking cut whoever is toxic, whoever wants to meddle, whoever, wants to drain every little bit that you mustered from, that you're harnessing your magician energy, bringing up emotions from the past that of something that you used to love. As soon as you cut this, it realigns you. Let me think about that. The alignment. So the ascendant aligned to 0 degrees Capricorn. Capricorn rules the 10th house, and the 10th house had Libra in it, which is where the eclipse happened. It's basically my birth chart up there right now, and it's kind of freaky. Capricorn rising, Cancer on the 7th house, Sun and stellium in Libra, Chiron in Aries. That's my chart. Anybody else who has a chart that's similar to this is going to feel this. Capricorn was rising, which is the 10th house, which is work, legacy, social standing, respect in the community, all that stuff. Where was I going with that? Oh, the alignment. So everything's aligning. Libra in the 10th house is our relationships, are our job right now. And that goes along with the 6 of Cups, which is a friendship from the past. So that's going to help us. Capricorn rising means that our outer, the image that we put forward is going to be a hard worker, dedicated, ambitious, but not in a negative way. Like, you're not out to knock anybody else. You're ambitious for yourself. You're competing with yourself. Don't compete with anybody else. Be better than you were yesterday, but don't try to be better than somebody else because their circumstances is different. Aries, Chiron and Aries. Let's address it. Let's address the Chiron and Aries. Chiron is a wounding that we can't heal for ourselves, so we try to heal it in other people. And Aries is the sign of our first spark of identity. That might be part of our shadow work because it is in the Imam Cheli, which is right directly below us. So it's what's not illuminated, kind of like right here with the moon. It's what's not illuminated. It's like another moon aspect. It's the dark side. not a negative side, but it's stuff that we shove under the cabinet so that we don't deal with it right away. And that in Chiron and Aries is there's a deficiency to our ability to believe in ourselves to do that first initial jump, because that's what Aries is. It's that first spark of life, that first fire of desire. And there we have a deficiency in it. Seventh house, Cancer. The nurturing, remember with Mother God coming out here under energy, what can be trusted in my energy, Mother God came out, and Mother God it rules Cancer. She rules Cancer. Hang on, what was that? She's the receptive feminine energy, mother energy, and she rules Cancer's on the seventh house right now. That means that's what we're looking for in other people. That's what we look for in our relationships. So I think going forward, we're going to be looking for partners that are nurturing, that are caring, that are encouraging, instead of taskmasters like the emperor could be, instead of people that just they're too harsh with you. I think we're going to be looking for relationships in the future that are softer, more sensitive, more caring, considerate, cooperative, protective in their own way. Like Cancer's protective in their own way. They're not like protective like a Leo, but they're protective in like, you will never want for anything as long as I'm taking care of you. And I think that's what we're going to be. It's not like we're looking for a free ride from anybody. Like, baby, you want to do this? I can fund the whole thing. It's like, I don't need your money. I'm working on this myself. I have my own seeds. I've got my own water. I'm taking my own time to grow it. I maybe just want somebody who will encourage me along the way, who will, buy me a taco and give me a little forehead kiss saying, I'm really impressed with the work you're doing. That's what we're going to be looking for. So how do we want to close this? Do we want an oracle? I kind of don't like oracles sometimes. This wasn't specifically a love reading, so I don't know if I should get the love cards. How about an ancestors? We'll do the ancestors. Let's get an ancestor. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's get some messages from the ancestors. Look, I know what you're thinking. I got family over there that I don't want to talk to either. But it's not just that. It's not just that one aunt that called you ugly when you were 10 and now you hate her and she's gone and you don't want to talk to her anymore. It's more than that. These are ancestors and angels and animal spirits. So let's see. What kind of positive messages? I haven't shuffled these in months. Bear with me. I got small hands. I got tiny hands. Tiny hands. Alright. Let's see. What kind of advice is coming from the spirit world for us? What energies that are not in the 3D might come through? Who wants to give us a message? The collective of cardinal signs for the eclipse cycle of October 2023. What is the advice? Oh, they're quiet. Okay. We've got we've got two. Shield Maiden and Mountains. And one more. One more, please. One more. I love the Shield Maiden energy. One more, please. Oop. All right, I'll pick the next one that pokes. And Snake. Yep, I saw that at the bottom when I was shuffling. All right. I love this. I absolutely love this. The Shield Maiden says, make plans and focus. All right? You neurodivergents out there that can't focus, make plans and focus. We also have mountains, meaning stand your ground. That's against this one, the meddler. Stand your ground against that meddler. This one is make plans and focus. So that goes along with temperance and the hangman. Wait, what did I want to say about this? The Shield Maiden. Oh, this was like what I was talking before about feminines being in their masculine energy. That's this. And we've been like this for a couple years now. We had to go into masculine energy because, well, I won't get into that. That was years ago. We had to get into masculine energy because the masculines were dropping the ball. We went to war, they went to sleep. Okay? And now when they wake up, we're in our warrior energy and they're like, ooh. They're all freaked out about it. You can tell. Look at the feedback coming from men right now in the collective. The women are choosing to not fucking deal with them anymore. So they're like, well, you know, if you're not, well, what was the one I heard recently? If a woman is not in a relationship and have kids by the time she's 35, men won't choose her because they think something's wrong with her. And I was like, you mean if we don't choose you by the time we're 35, there's something wrong with you. You can think we are unvaluable all you want. We don't think of you at all. And that's the warrior energy that a lot of women are in right now. And that's what we need. Because it's telling you, make plans and focus. You are your own shield maiden. And believe me, this can go for guys too. Guys who are coming into their feminine energy and they have to be warrior women, do it. It's liberating. Then we have the mountains. No, when I initially saw this, I got a little concerned because usually mountains mean the obstacle in the distance that is enormous and you feel like you're never going to climb over. And if you do, it's going to be treacherous. But this is a different message. This is be stable like that mountain. Be firm, be big, be unconquerable. Once you decide what you want, who you are, where you're going, what you need, stand your ground. Like the Shield Maiden. Protect your ground. Once you gain that ground, protect it. And underneath that we have Snake. Shed the old skin. This goes along with the Death card. The Death card, the letting go of an old cycle. What do you do when your body dies? Your soul sheds that skin and goes over and your body decays because the past has to die. So once you decide to let the past die, shed that skin. Throw that off. You know, I'm not saying go in disguise and go on the run. I'm saying change your environment. Once you, this is, this is like, it's giving me, oh, I lost it. Shed old skin. If a snake can't get out of its skin when it needs to shed, it can die. It can be blind, it could starve. It's like once you decide to grow, you can't keep that old um shell around you because you'll die. The whole endeavor will die. Once you just want, snakes actually don't even decide they want to grow, they just do when the time is right. And once that cycle starts, you can't stop it. And you can't sit in the old skin. You have to let it fall away. And sometimes it looks like it's painful. And it might be scary because the snake is blind for a little while it's shedding. But once that is gone, vision is clear, and they're renewed and rejuvenated and a little bit bigger. Allow that for yourself. Allow yourself to get bigger. Okay? And I think we'll end it there. I for my first time back, I'm actually kind of happy with the way this turned out. I hope it resonated. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was useful. If it resonated and you would like to leave me a tip or something, in the description box, I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. All of them are Keytier46. I would be thankful for anything that ends up there, any tip. I'm glad to be back. Um, I'm I'm very excited to. I'll be back in a couple days to look at things. I might do an astrology reading. Like I said, I was thinking of doing another channel just for astrology. Um, it's just I'm really glad to have shared this with you. And this eclipse cycle for the cardinal signs is going to be pretty badass. Don't miss it. Jump on that. All right, spirit dance. Yeet yourself into the flow. Trust. Have faith in yourself and work hard. Keep your friends and family close and love each other. And I will be back soon, and I hope everybody stays well. Bye.